that it has on people. And I am now a certified emotional intelligence and a color therapy practitioner. So today's topic is very interesting. We are going to learn how to think and express our thoughts on paper through painting. So the end goal of this session is not going to be to make a beautiful picture, but to just really express our um, true thoughts on paper without maybe the fear of judgment, because the three pillars of Lenin is confidentiality, is one of the things. And so now today we'll just express openly and listen without judgment, because we all will be sharing what we make today. And so I urge everyone to express openly and without the fear of judgment. So today, okay, so what we are going to start with right now is that we see colors everywhere around us, right? So we kind of tend to take it for granted, but we just want to remember, before we start, I just want everyone to remember their most colorful memory that they have had, right? So maybe you had gone out somewhere, out from away from the concrete jungle and into a lush green forest or a meadow full of flowers. So I just want everyone to recollect one memory that they can remember from their past life, from their life, and something that was just, you saw it and you just went, it just took your breath away, right? So just try to remember and recollect that memory. And so with that thought in mind, and we just thank all the colors that we have in our life. And without that, without them, our just life would be dull and gray and without any meaning. Okay, so I hope everyone has that memory in their mind. And if you want, feel free to put that up in the chat box also. So even I am with you in that place, and I can also, feel what you guys are feeling. So do feel free to type your memory in the chat box. Okay. So what we are going to do next is we are going to Uh, it could be any memory. It has to be a colorful memory. Uh, it, I don't know how to pronounce this. Ichquat. I don't know if that's right at all, but it doesn't have to be a good or bad memory. It has to be a colorful memory where you went somewhere and you were in a sea of colors. Maybe a bright sunset that you saw and you cannot forget. I went to a trek once, I had a lush green meadows, colorful flowers, blue sky, and clouds. It was amazing. Awesome. Okay. So next, what we are going to try and remember is we are just going to understand our range of emotions. Okay. So I want everyone to recollect a memory where they were extremely angry at someone, right? Just try to recollect a memory where you were just too angry at someone and I mean, you couldn't speak, and you were that angry at somebody in your life. Okay. Next, try to remember a memory where you were extremely fearful of doing something, right? You feel it in your throat turns dry, and your hands feel numb, and that sort of a fear. If you have felt, just try to recollect that memory that you have ever had. Okay, and next, maybe try to remember a feeling where you were a little jealous of someone. Maybe you were working as hard as them, but you didn't, get what you were going after. And, we all feel that sometimes, and it's okay. So just try to recollect that memory where you felt a little jealous of someone. Okay, and now try to remember a memory where you were extremely happy, right? You had like that feeling of bliss and ecstasy, and try to recollect who you were with or what you were doing at that point of time when you were extremely happy and just delighted, and just in a feeling of bliss. Okay, and so with that happy memory in your mind, just write two things that you are grateful for, just in the pen and paper that you have in front of you, or the colors that you have in front of you. On the back side of the paper, on one side you can just write two things that you're grateful for, and on the other side we will make a painting. Okay, and again, you guys can type it in the chat box. Uh, maybe two things that you are grateful for. Visit to Andaman, never imagined that sea can have so many shades, blue, green, yellow, and so many more. Wow, that's amazing, Sucharita. Okay, so with that, I hope everyone has written their gratitude list, and with that, I hope everyone's concentration is completely on the session, and you guys have forgotten all the other things that are there in your mind. Maybe what you're going to cook today, how you're going to reach office today, or just maybe keep aside the other thoughts that you have in your mind, and I hope everyone is completely in the session. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen now. And Nancy, can you make me the host?
Yeah, sure. Just give me a second. Yeah. Try doing it now. Are you able to?
One second. Yeah, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take everyone through some colors. And so you can take notes if you want right now, or I will be showing you the summary of colors later on when you guys actually paint. But feel free to, take down a few notes here and there if you guys want. So we will just quickly in next 5 minutes understand what each color stands for, and you can use that knowledge later on when you're painting, right? So we'll start with the color white. White is the default color which symbolizes spiritual purity, and that innocent person maybe who is there in your life, and who is just completely pure and perfect. You can use white to represent them. So it's like a white is like a plain paper which has been completely unblemished. So it's completely pure, calm, and perfect. Okay, so except for white and black, all other colors in between have a positive connotation and a negative connotation to it. Just except the colors white, black, and gray. So black is the extreme opposite of gray, and it stands for the darkest feelings that you have in your mind, which are grief, despair, sorrow of maybe you lost somebody who was very close to you, or maybe somebody has hurt you bad enough that you have those dark feelings towards that person. So black represents the extreme end of the other extreme end of white, which is the darkest feelings in your life. And gray, which is exactly in between, it
Sorry,
stands for,
Siley.
yeah.
Hi. So in your write-up, it also said something to do with mystery. Black stands for mystery.
Right, right.
So what, I mean, how can you explain that?
So I mean, it's just another thing that it stands for, but usually what I represent it is for the dark feelings in our in my heart, and you can keep that as the primary representation of it.
Okay.
Okay, and gray, which is something in between. It stands for apathy. So there are some people or uh, some people that we know in our life that we are completely indifferent to. We don't feel, it's just apathy that we feel towards them. We don't care what happens, or, we don't. So, for example, whenever I'm watching the news, I just don't care what's going on in the chaos that is going on in. On the news, so I just feel completely indifferent towards that. So that's the feeling of apathy that you can represent using gray. Right, and now all the rest of the colors, we will have a positive and a negative connotation both to it, and you can use the color any of these colors for representing any positive or negative feeling that you have. So, for example, yellow, which is a very bright color, it stands for joy, enthusiasm, and happiness, and but also it stands for fearfulness or cowardice or anxiety that you might have in your mind. Then the color orange stands for, again, it's a bright color. So it is a color of joy and optimism. And it also stands for, reckless sort of behavior. So, if you want to represent any people in your life with, such reckless or careless behavior, you can use the color orange. Then red is the color of extreme passion. So it's the color of, a lot of energy that we have in our feelings, which is love and anger, right? So, so there are some people whom we love from the bottom of our heart, and there are people in our life whom we have a love-hate relationship with. The people we are closest to is the people who probably hurt us the most, and we have a love-hate relationship towards them. So red can stand for extreme anger, and it can stand for extreme love as well. Right, and pink stands for a very romantic and a light-hearted sort of love, your first crush, and the first romantic relationship that you have been with, and or a feeling of care and kindness, and just a sweet sort of love that we have towards people. And also it stands for immaturity. So if there are people in your life who are detached from the real world and who are in their own sort of la la land, you can represent them using pink. Okay, and now coming towards the cooler side of colors, blue stands for wisdom, loyalty, and trust. And also blue has a very common connotation. So if anyone wants to, if anyone knows what blue stands for, and it's very commonly used, you can type that in the chat box, and let's see if anyone knows what blue stands for. Can I get some answers from everyone? Does anyone know what blue stands for? Yes, perfect. Yes, exactly. So, where we use, I'm feeling a little blue today when we are a little sad and a little depressed and not feeling okay. And so it is associated with that feeling of a little sorrow. And the extreme version of it, as I had described before, is black, which is the color of extreme grief. But blue is sort of the slightly lighter version of it, where you're just not feeling okay, you're feeling sad, and okay. And yeah, next is purple. And purple stands for creativity and spirituality. and again the magic mystery that we have. And it also stands for, on the negative side, it stands for pride and narcissistic behavior. And green also has a very common connotation. If anyone knows what green stands for, you guys can type that in the chat box as well. Yes, perfect, Nancy. So green stands for, jealousy, spite, and maliciousness, which is what it is commonly associated with. But it also, like, when you guys try to remember your most favorite memories, most colorful memories, green and the lush greenery that we have in the outskirts of our cities is what immediately comes to mind. So green stands for that calm, fresh feeling that you get when you are in the midst of nature. And last but not the least is brown. So brown is the color of the dirt that is there all around us. So the negative connotation of brown is the feeling of murkiness or dirtiness that you might have towards someone. But since ground provides you the stability and permeance, it stands for that stability as well. Okay, so these were a few basic colors and that you can use today in while you're painting. And so I will again come back to this slide when you're actually doing the activity. But very quickly, what I'm going to do is show you how you guys can actually paint, right? So let's go to that. And okay, so I am going to give you one easy technique, but you guys can feel free to use your own creativity. Now I'm in a room full of creative women, so I'm sure I'm going to see an abundance of creativity. But I'm going to give you guys a basic example which you can use. So what we are going to do is, we are going to draw a flower today. So the center of the flower is going to be you, because you are the center of your own universe. And so we are, even the two people who stay in the same house don't have the same universe, right? So my universe is different from, say, my husband's universe. He has his own set of friends, and so I am the center of my own universe. So the center of the flower is going to represent how I feel about myself, or how I think I am. And the petals of the flowers are going to represent our innermost circle, right? So the environment that we live in every single day affects how we think and how we turn out to be, and how our thought process and emotions are. So the inner circle has a very strong impact on our environment and on our thought process. So the petals of the flowers are going to represent our inner circle, and the rest of the canvas is going to represent the rest of the world, right? So how you see and how you think the rest of the world is. So you might feel the world is a very positive place with full of positive people, or you might feel indifferent to a few aspects of the world, right? So the rest of the canvas has to represent that, right? And you can add your own creative twist to it. So don't think of it this way, that a flower has to have all petals which look same. So it's not going to be like that. So if you see, there are you can use various colors in a single petal. You can, so one person here, if you see, this guy has made 3 flowers. So one represents his family, one represents his friends, and one represents his professional circle. And so if you see, the center of the flower is different when it is with different circles, right? So he wants to show that he is different when he is with his friends, when he is with his family, and when he is with his professional circle, which is true for all of us, right? So you can use all of these things when you guys are painting. And again, this girl has chosen to draw an entire garden where each flower represents one person in her life. So you know, feel free to use your creativity. And if you see another photo here, there's one girl here who has done a completely abstract painting, and she has just used colors. There are no shapes that she has chosen to do, but you know, her entire um, emotional map is on that canvas, and what she understands what she has made, and that's what's important. And there is this guy here who has shown his entire life on the canvas. So how he was when he was in school, then when he joined the military, what kind of feelings did he have, then he used to play national level badminton, and the pride that he had when he played that, and the passion that he has shown it with the red and purple. And he wanted to come back to his family, and that is what he has completely shown on the canvas, right? So feel free to use your creativity when you guys are painting. And yeah, that is like the base of what we'll use. Now we will actually sit and paint, and I am just going to play some music. So if you guys have any questions, you can ask me, and I'm going to keep the slide open. And whenever you're done with your painting, you can switch on your camera and just share with all of us what you have made. Lily, I can share this summary of colors if you want, or yeah, the PPT, or I think recording is also on. So yeah. So Dharmishta, I gave an example of a flower right now. We have to just the simplest way to do this is you have to draw a flower where you are the center of the flower. The petals are your innermost circle, and the rest of the paper is how you see the rest of the world. So that is what you have to draw, and you have to use use the colors that I just shared to paint in between. You guys can unmute yourself if you want to ask questions. So this is one example, Dharmishta, which I had shown 2 minutes ago.
Petal has to represent something different.
Can you be a little louder?
Something each petal has to represent something different.
I am not able to hear. Did you say the petals are to represent something? So the petals are your innermost circle. So you can choose how many petals you want to draw. Your flower can have 3 petals. Your flower can have 50 petals. So your friends, family, and your closest people in your life are the petals.
can you also share some more ideas that we can draw? Because right now I think like our mind is not that much accustomed to what to do and what not to. So can you just
So, I
give us
mean,
some
don't
more ideas?
overthink it. Don't overthink it. We have to, mainly, so that's why I've given everyone a simple idea. And so that, you don't have to really stretch your mind right now. Just the simplest way of doing this is to draw the flower and show it in the step by step manner, the center, the inner circle, and the rest of the world. So, just go with the flow and, don't overthink it. Just start with how you feel about yourself. Just start with that, and then you can, slowly as you proceed, you will get ideas.
Okay.
So this is my representation. I had, I wanted to show me and my husband, but I didn't want to show that he completes me or we fit exactly, we fit exactly like a pieces of puzzles and we complete each other. That's not what I wanted to show. So, we are completely two different kinds of pieces. I am a more rounded and a more emotional person, and he is more of a logical person. And it's not that we complete each other, just some aspects of life that we share
Right.
together. And things like that. There are a lot of elements here on the page, but Vanita, each petal has to represent one person. So, one, you can use one whole petal for one person, say your mom, one whole petal for your sister, one whole petal for your best friend, and you can add as many colors as you want in that particular petal. And so, what I want to add is that, don't try to restrict any emotion that you have. Just be completely 100% true to yourself. And because that's what this exercise is all about. So, don't try to restrict any emotion when you're trying to represent it on paper. Just completely be 100% true to yourself when you are, drawing or painting this. If anyone is done with their painting, they can switch on their camera and they can show. Or, you guys can, right now is the time when you can switch on your cameras, all of y'all, so that, we see each other when you guys are painting. And can, discuss if there's anything that you. Nancy, you can hear the music, right?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Okay. Hi, Dharmishta. I see your daughter has painted something. Do you want to share? Can you tell us what you've drawn, or is it still in process? You'll have to unmute yourself.
I draw three flowers.
And what do your flowers show? Do they represent anything? Okay, no problem.
I did. I didn't know we should represent that. I thought we just have to draw.
Okay, no problem.
Can you see this?
Hi, yes.
Yeah, so this is what I have drawn. So
Okay.
there are so many petals which represent I have many people in my life. So I am a social person.
Okay.
The leaf of the flower has a couple of boundaries. So which is I'm a person which has lots of layers. Yeah, I'll show you again. Here, can you see?
Yes, I can see.
And I have used a lot of green and yellow color. So
Okay.
I want it to be joyful. I want the picture to radiate happiness. Yeah.
So did you represent any of the close people in your life and what you feel individually about each of them?
I have not thought about it, but yeah, I have made many petals which represent that I have many close friends and family members. So yeah,
Okay.
maybe once everybody is done with their painting, we can take a picture.
Yep.
Thank you.
Hi, Sucharita.
Hi, am I visible?
Yes.
So, this is what I have made. I don't know
Okay.
why. So this is basically, I wanted to portray my journey. Like,
Okay.
this is what I was. Like, the center is me. Initially, it was pink. Like, really, what should I say? I wanted to do it on more on a whiter side to portray it as an like to be more innocent. But
Mhm.
obviously, I don't have that much of like good colors with me right now. So basically, I've been surrounded by people who have been a sunshine in my life. And then when I started growing up, there have been like people around me. I started looking at them from a very different perspective because I grew. I started becoming more mature. So this is what I am right now. Center, strong, danger for people who are a danger to me, uh, beloved to them who love me. And this is my sunshine part, like my family, friends who are close to me. And there are like a little bit of orange part because there are a lot of people who I don't like, but they're part of my family. I can't really do without them. So
Mhm.
yeah, they're there. And this is mostly my office life, which is gray,
Okay.
brown, everything. And this is orange. I have friends and obviously Indian family. They're like, for me, they're inspiration. So these are the people in my life. I always want to keep stay young in my heart. So green leaves. I want to stay connected to my roots. That's why brown. I want to have sunshine in my life. So that's why this. Also
Okay.
warmth of this is sun in case it's not very much.
No, it is. You can make it out. Don't worry.
And this is I wanted to draw a moon. It doesn't look like moon, but I find moon to be very calming, and soothing kind of energy that it gives. So, and I just drew this things which is supposed to be birds. Just I wanted to, that's it.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Sucharita.
Thank you.
I just want to ask one question. Did you maybe realize something when you were painting? Did you realize something about yourself which you hadn't given a thought to before?
I won't say realization, but I would say that when I was drawing, I was trying to recollect my memories and everything. It was a happy journey, I would say.
Okay, that's good. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
Yes, Vanita, I guess you're ready.
About ready. I'm a writer, not an artist, but I'm going to try and show you. Um, so the flower is very amateurish, and I actually wanted to represent exactly what you mentioned in your slide. So I started by putting a red petal which represents family, because to me family represents, and I've written this, both love and anger. And then I realized that there's some part of it, there is a lot of grief. So I saw black, and for whatever reason, the biggest petal I have put is black, and which is connected to something of the family. So they are diagonally opposite.
Okay.
Then I thought that they have put in a green over family, because family also gives me that calm.
Okay.
And then I went to the more more other aspects of my life. So there is spirituality, there is optimism, and I thought both of them to me are connected. So I put that, and somewhere these are all connected to that whole balance and calm. And once I did that, I wanted to put in blue. So I said like I have to put in blue because that's for us wisdom and loyalty, which again family gives me. Once I
Okay.
finished that, I wanted to represent food, because food is something that gives me optimism, happiness, and everything. So in yellow, I've put food. And then I realized I haven't painted my fears and anxiety. So I have put in a little bit brown here. So maybe I'm in a happier state of mind today because
Hmm.
my fear petal is far lesser. So yeah, it was a very interesting exercise, I must tell you. I've always written, I've never painted. But yeah, maybe there is a lot of realization when I painted or whatever, attempted to paint this.
Awesome. Did you have any, again, let me ask you the same question. Did you have any realizations when you painted it? You faced some of your emotions and thoughts that you were maybe just putting it on the back burner and not really confronting it.
Not back burner, I would say. I've been trying to confront it for some time now. But I think
Okay.
I went by the flow. I actually went by one like color of yours. And maybe somewhere I think organically it's chosen the colors that I never thought I'm going to paint black. So
Hmm.
maybe, and I've written grief that overwhelms. So yeah, so maybe it's kind of got out some aspect of me which, yeah.
Okay. Okay, awesome. Thank you for sharing, Vinita. Vanita, sorry. Anyone else who is maybe at least slightly ready with their drawing, and you can just share it partially if you would like, because I don't know how we are doing on time. Hi Harpreet. Hi Lakshmi. Lakshmi, I can't hear you.
Hello everyone. I'll just show the painting. Just give me 1 minute.
Sure.
You want me to go ahead or wait?
Yes, Lakshmi, you can go ahead.
Yes. So this is what I did.
Nice.
Basically, the inner core of mine. Of course, I have a lot of layers. I try to be very calm, and I'm more like, I guess my inner self is always calm, but I do go through layers of cheerfulness, sometimes sadness. I guess that's part of different roles we take on in our family. And yeah, and the three petals are the three people in my life: my husband and my two daughters. But then I like to root myself to more like a hope feeling. So I put this, like kind of, stemming, I put a stem to the green, which means I always want to see, there is always a solution for everything, right? So kind of a hope.
Right.
From that hope, I hope to reach more calm and wisdom state, So that's what I transition this that way. So
I'm
that's
sorry
pretty much.
to interrupt, Lakshmi. Can you please bring your painting in slide in the center? I can. Yeah, it is fine now. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah. So that's how I'll describe my painting. So,
Okay, awesome. So you've drawn some patterns on your petals. Is there a reason for why you drew?
Yes. To me, I think each person, it's very hard to just give a color to each person. There, everybody has layers, right? I mean, one of my daughters is a pure, like, she's very innocent. She has a sense of purity in her. So I draw these white strikes. I mean, these streaks, and then this is actually orange is more. I mean, I'm trying to describe more. My husband is very optimistic, and sometimes he can be borderline reckless. So, but at the same time, he has streaks of wisdom. So it's. So my other daughter is mostly like very grounded, very like she tries to be majority of the time. She's very wise, but also she has sometimes. Streaks of sadness in that. I mean, I guess I don't know if you're extremely wise. Sometimes you have a sense of you take things.
Yeah.
You kind of internalize many of those things, and then it comes out as sadness sometimes. So yeah, so that's pretty much what I meant by those different streaks.
Okay.
In that.
Okay, awesome. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
Yes, Sanaya. You're next.
Hello. Great. I think y'all can see.
Yes.
Okay, so sorry for the spelling. I was going for rainbow, it became rain-gyor, like yor instead of Vibgyor.
Okay, no problem.
So what I've done is my center is basically different colors because I feel that I'm not in one mood ever. It is more a mixture of emotions. So I'm happy, I'm sad, I'm joyful. But the primary color in there is yellow because I feel that I'm very happy or usually happy, let's say. And I have given different petals to the different people in my life. But what I've done is there is different emotions for different people at all times, right? But what I try to do is outline it with my let's say instinctive or base emotion. So like for example, this is for my husband Rohan. It's red. So there's a lot of love for him, but at the same time there can be anger, there's joy, he can be lighthearted. Blue represents trust for him, and like I can blindly be trusting him that he'll be there always. And this is for my mom. It's a color of blue again for trust and loyalty. I know that I can go to her for anything, but at the same time, there's a streak of red, which is not just love, but it's also anger. The streak of greens is more for spite, like certain times when I wouldn't be able to do certain things because of restrictions at home, etc. So this tiny petal out here is for my cats because they form a really important part of my life. And you can see specks of red and black also when I get really angry with them. So that's what I've tried to represent in that. This is mainly for my sister. So she and I are both very anxious people, and we share a love-hate relationship, which is why it's streaked with a lot of love, but there is anger, there's sometimes jealousy, and sometimes she's very so we both are actually, me, my husband, and my sister all are stubborn because we are all Taurians. So that comes out very effectively with the yellow. So that this is for my dad. today I feel a lot of love, a lot of joy, and a lot of trust and feelings for him. There's literally nothing that I feel bad about him. And the rest is mainly my close friends and, other friends and work people. So work is like, stable and not so stable. So that's why it's in crisscross pattern. And finally, this is my circle, my coffee with friends circle, which is very, very important to me. And today I feel very close to them and very happy. And I don't know, maybe I'm just talking, but it truly made a big difference in my life. Yeah.
Awesome.
The rest of the world, which is rainbow colored.
Awesome. Perfect. Did you have any realizations when you were putting things down on paper? Because the why I'm asking is this is that a lot of thoughts which are there in our subconscious mind, because when we are actually trying to pen it down or when we actually trying to paint it with colors, we try to really bring all of them in the conscious mind and then put it on paper. So
So you're absolutely right. That is literally what happened to me. Like first I was like, I can't do this. Like, it's not possible. But then I just literally drew it with pencil. And so what I did was I first like, okay, who are my people? And then, with each, I kind of saw your chart and I'm like, okay, this color goes here and here and here and here. Then this color will go here and here. And you can actually, I could really like pinpoint moments which kind of relate to the feeling. So yeah, it was
yeah,
really amazing.
yeah. Okay, awesome. Glad you enjoyed.
Yes.
Okay, I'll
Uh,
start.
yes, Harpreet.
Yeah. So this center flower, this whole flower is me. All the
Okay.
petals, it's like all these petals are my strengths, my values, my belief system. And inside this is a black uh, confusion, I can say, or this unknown part which I'm trying to overcome with these strengths and minimize this black circle with these strengths. And down there, it has a stem which is connected to the ground. It is strongly connected to the ground, and it has other stems which have small flowers like blue, purple, and this is also a purple flower, and then this is a small uh, light pink flower. So it these represents the people in my life who are dependent on me emotionally. It could be like my son, my husband, my family members. And then there are creepers going out and trying to connect with other flowers like this pink flower, orange, red. So these are other people in my life whom I'm trying to connect and share the value system and learnings, get inspired. So then I have the sun. This represents an external strong energy from which I am getting inspiration to reach my goal. So this is all about it.
Wow.
Thank you.
Did you have any realizations when you were trying to represent?
Yeah, when I was drawing it, I never knew that these little flowers or these family members will be dependent on me so much emotionally, and how much it matters to these flowers who are growing on my stem for me to stay strong to my grounds, overcome my black, this confusion part, and be externally connected to other network and the main source. So this is was my realization that these people are happy because I am standing strong. So this was the
That's
main thing
great.
that I.
Amazing. Awesome, Harpreet. Thank you for sharing.
Thanks.
Yes, anyone else who is ready and would like to share, even if your painting is not completely done right now, you can just switch on your camera and share.
Hello.
Hi, Nancy.
Yeah. Yes, so this is what I've drawn. Can you see this,
Yes.
everyone?
Cosmos of feelings. Nice.
Yes. So in the middle, I have shown the heart. And for me, the most important virtue and what I believe in most is the love. So that's why it's taken the middle of this picture, the heart of this picture. And the next thing I value the most is the wisdom and the knowledge. So here in blue, that's taking the maximum space also in this picture. So that's why the wisdom part is just above everything. It's above heart. If it's about love, wisdom is just the layering of the from which you can judge everything. So that's why it's taken the above part. And this small heart, which is in pink, it shows that how it could be of my hobby, or it could be my relationship with my family, or it could be my relationship with my lover. It first started with the pink color. It's like an innocence, a very light-hearted feeling. And then how it converted into this red feeling is through three different channels. I have that this yellow color. It represents that I feel cheerful with this, and that's why I'm doing it. The white color shows that it is making me more peaceful, and I'm learning with it. So, and the orange feeling is the optimism. So
Okay.
these three feelings are channelizing my pink color or my light-hearted love to something, to
Hmm.
a pure big
Deeper
love.
love.
Yes,
Right.
exactly, to a full passion.
Hmm.
But in the between, you can see the black rays, which shows that it's not always very smooth and very seamless process. It's there, and there are spots also, black spots, which shows that there will be, pebbles, there will be stones, and there will be times when I will be in despair. As you said, that the most hurt you are when your close one hurts you.
Yeah.
So so that show these black arrows represent that. And the brown color is in the last, which shows that all these things are making me stable. So that's why it has taken the bottom of the picture. And above the brown, there is a green color. I don't have the green color, so I've shown it with the neon color. uh,
Okay.
so this shows that, yeah, so this green, which is making me calm, is making me go towards the stability. And also I strongly believe in having the creativity inside you. I think being creative helps you achieve more in your life and be in whatever field you are in. So that's why it's taking a huge space in this chart. And there are a lot of gray spaces also, because there are times when I cannot make a decision. I'm always in the gray space, that whether I should do this or whether I
Hmm.
should do that. So it's not like black and white, but it's more like a gray.
Okay.
So that's what. So I think these are different feelings that I always go through and I believe in.
So many thoughts in that small rectangle. It's very well done. Amazing.
Yeah, I know that my picture sucks because I'm
It's
not
okay.
able
It's just a map of your
to.
emotions. And
Yes.
like in the beginning itself, I had mentioned that, today is not about making a beautiful painting. It's just about, representing your thoughts on paper.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was there any special realization that you had when you were painting?
So the realization was that somewhere in my heart or in my mind, I was getting sure that what I believe in most. So
Hmm.
from there, I get to know that love is the most important thing is in my life. It
Hmm.
could be for my passion, it could be for my family, it could be for anyone, but love is the most important thing. And wisdom is the next. So that's how I was
Hmm.
having that those
The step by
with a
step thing.
priority in my head, that what I value and what I not value. So more clarity inside my head, I would say.
Yeah, this exercise gives a lot of clarity about, because usually all the emotions are just, they are just jumbled up in the head. But when you are actually putting it out, it gives a lot of clarity about how we think, even to us. So,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Thank you for this exercise. I loved it.
great. I'm glad.
Me,
Yeah, Dharmishta. So I think your name is something different, right? What's your name?
Venica.
Okay, yeah. What have you drawn?
That we should save our earth.
Oh, awesome. Yes, we do need to save our earth. So what is
The
the
sun
girl,
was
what is
the
the girl
joy.
in the painting doing? What is she doing?
It's not a
It's a
not a
brother.
girl, it's a boy.
Okay. What is he
No,
doing?
it's a boy. It's a boy. He's putting water on the flower.
Oh, so they will grow into big trees, right?
Yeah, that's where we get from oxygen.
Okay, right. Perfect.
And these lions are the air.
Wow. Very nice painting.
Such a big idea presented. Save the earth.
Thank you for sharing.
Very sweet.
Is there anyone else remaining? I think we have Grusha, Dipti, and Kelly who have not.
I can share
So
next.
girls, you guys can still share.
Okay, so this is what I drew.
I think the voice is
Um,
breaking.
I did mine as like a bouquet
my
of
internet?
flowers, and the word I picked for my gratitude was community. So I thought of each flower kind of as a person in my community and in my life. The one I did in the center of red is myself, and I drew it in red because I find myself like quite driven by passion and like kind of centered in grief sometimes. This is my husband, who is very grounding for me and helps to like kind of control that passion and drive it in the right direction. This is my mother, who is also very grounding, but like very, very joyful and happy. This is my sister, who is also very grounding and joyful. And this was meant to be my nephew, who is like a pink love and white for purity. He's just a little baby. And let's see if I can remember the rest of what I drew. Oh, this was meant to be my dad. I tried to do like a bunch of shades of blue because I think of him quite as like a lot of wisdom in my life has come from him, and I always like seek advice from him. And then this big yellow one was my puppy, who's just pure joy.
That's amazing, Kelly. Very beautifully represented. Did you have any realizations when you were painting this?
I think I thought about this, you know, as I drew each person, I wanted to add more colors to them because I think, like somebody else said, everybody is so multifaceted in the way that you think about them and your relationship with them. But I also, like, from your prompt, I was trying to think of like how to draw everybody in one flower. And then I was like, I'll just draw a bunch of flowers because everybody in my life is so different and contributes like in different ways to me to help me to thrive.
Right. Perfect. Thank you so much for sharing. So guys, I'm going to keep my video off. I think my internet is a bit unstable, and so my video is just off. Grusha, are you ready with your painting? And what about you, Deepti?
Hi. Yeah, sorry, I joined in late and could not find any colors, but I love the idea of this exercise and will probably follow after this video call.
Okay, perfect. No problem.
Yeah.
Do share the photos on the group
Yeah, sure.
And yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Can we all have a group picture where we all turn on our video and show our painting? So I can take a picture. Wow. Harpreet, are you there?
Give me a second.
Yeah. Sucharita. And little girl, can you show your picture?
Deepti, I think Deepti didn't end up sharing, right?
Yeah.
Deepti
I
said
don't know if she's there.
going through a bad internet right now, and she just
Okay.
wanted to put on video.
Wow. Thank you so much.
Okay, I hope you guys found value in today's session. And so, just the end thought, what I would like to tell everyone is that, like we maintain a normal journal where we write down our thoughts, you guys can use today's knowledge to even maintain an art journal. So, whenever I'm not feeling good, or even though if I'm feeling happy or anything, I use I've converted one of my books called The Road Less Traveled, and I've made it into an art journal. And so I use it to heal a lot of some emotions that I have. Sometimes when I'm overwhelmed, I use it to paint. So you can make out that when I'm happy, I've created this painting. This represents happiness. But whenever I was confused and I just was irritated, the painting just shows my thought process, right? So that is what you can use this today's knowledge to just gain clarity, just express yourself, and put down your thoughts and things like that. So you can start maintaining an art journal from today, and I hope you have a good experience doing that.
Yeah, thank you sir very much. It's actually the first time I'm in a event like this, so it's very nice, very nice. I'd never
Thank you.
thought painting could be used to describe emotions and all, so thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much, Siley. I mean, I normally don't do a coloring, but I mean, I don't do drawings. I do a lot of coloring, like in coloring books, etc. But now it's like I'm going to really see each and every color with a very different mind space, almost, you can say. Like every time I choose a color, I think I'm going to really think 20 times, like, oh, why did I choose this color? But yeah, thanks a lot.
Yes, awesome, Sanaya.
Thank you so much. It was a very unique experience for me also. Like, thank you.
Thank you, Vanita.
Thank you,
Whoever
Sally.
took the whoever took the picture, can they share that group picture on, or is there a way to share it?
Are
I would
you
like to
added
see
on
everyone.
our WhatsApp group? Is everybody aware of our WhatsApp group? I'll just paste the link of our WhatsApp group here. You can join the group. I'll post the pictures there.
Okay. All right.
Sally, I just wanted to thank you and the CLW team for arranging this. First of all, I really don't think I can paint, but expressing my emotions through using colors. I had this colors for the like past 6-7 months at home. I never used it. I used it for the first time, and I really loved it. It's very de-stressing, I would say. If not anything else, it's very de-stressing. I really, really loved it. Thank you so much.
I'm very glad, Sucharita. Thank you so much. It gives me encouragement when I hear, positive feedback. Thank you. Nancy, did you have any ending?
Yeah, hi. Sure. Thank you, everyone, for sharing such a beautiful picture with us. And thank you, Saili, for promoting us and, helping us to do this. It won't be possible without you, for surely, because I never paint, I never do sketching, I never do anything with colors. So thanks for pushing us, and thanks for bringing these ideas to everyone's mind and world, I would say. And And yeah, as Shanu mentioned, that if you want the picture and if you want such more resourceful webinars and programs, you can join us through our WhatsApp group, and we have a Facebook group also, and we are active in both the groups. So you can join us there, and you will find more fun-filled activities there. And I would like to especially thank that little kid. She has drawn such an amazing picture with such thoughtful idea of saving the earth and that watering the plants and then they will grow. Oh my God, like such a kid, and she's thinking so big thoughts. So yes,
Yeah, I
that's
can
the
already
power of
see a
painting.
leader there. In her, I can already see a creative leader there.
Ah, yes. Yeah. And I like that flower pot by Kelly. It like you are such an artist already. Yeah, and Harpreet's idea. So like yeah, there were so many amazing ideas, and yep, it was such a fun-filled activity. Thank you everyone for being there and for sharing your thoughts with us. Okay, so yeah,
Thank you.
if anyone would like to say anything, yeah, you can share here right now, or else we can end the call.
Lakshmi was gonna saying something, I think, right?
No, I'm good, but it
Okay.
was really nice. Nice. Thank you so much. I mean, this is so this group. So how often do you meet, or is it like these kind of sessions? Do you intend to do more of these, or?
So about this webinar thing or these such kind of sessions, we do it monthly. So we
Mhm.
every month we organize such programs. It could be on painting, it could be on mental wellness, it could be on personal branding, it could be on negotiation skills. So we chose different topics and we present such webinar on it. And along with that, we also run different kind of training programs also in our circle, in our network only. So currently we are running two programs. One is for the communication, one is for the fitness. So we keep on engaging ourselves in different activities to inspire others and as well as us, and to groom ourselves more. So yeah,
Awesome. Thank you. Yeah,
I can
sure.
share the links with you so that you can have a look at what all activities we do.
Okay, sure. Thank you so much.
Sure. Just give me a second. So here is our LinkedIn page through which you can see what all activities we are doing. And
Okay. I see that.
we also have our website that you can join our WhatsApp group that Chanu has already shared in the link that you can
Mhm.
join.
Okay.
So you can see our activities in our on our website or our LinkedIn page, and if you want to join our group, you can join our Facebook group and our WhatsApp group.
Okay. Great. Thank you. And again, your name? I didn't catch your name.
My name is Nancy.
Nancy. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you too. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining. Bye.
Thank you, Nancy. Thank you, Creative Women Leaders. Nice meeting you all. Bye.
Bye.
I'm not an artist, but my drawing still looks like an artist.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. Definitely, with no doubt.
One question, Nancy. If once I leave the meeting, will this chat be saved on the web page, or will I lose it?
You will lose
Once you
it.
close the meeting, you will lose it. You'll have to copy paste it somewhere or take a screenshot so you can.
Or you can,
Oh,
copy paste it.
okay. All right, I'll do that. Thank you.
Bye.
Okay. Bye.
Nancy, have you paused the recording?